Welcome to our new series on barbecue basics. Over the last 10 years, I've cooked thousands of classic barbecue dishes with plenty of hits, misses, and learning a lot along the way. In these videos, I'm going to share with you all my tricks, tips, and everything that I know for making the best barbecue at home the easy way. We're gonna kick things off with one of my favorites, the classic pulled pork. I'll show you which kind of meat to use, how to prep it, smoke it, shred it to make the best juicy, tender, and delicious pulled pork you've ever had. Let's get started.
Technically, any kind of pork can be used to make pulled pork. If it's cooked long enough and shredded, it's pulled pork. But to make the best pulled pork, use a bone-in pork shoulder. When you go to your local grocery store, you might find a pork butt or a pork shoulder, which looks the same as this pork shoulder butt, and that's because it is all the same. Both are cut from the pig's shoulder, and the name butt refers to the containers they were carried in back in the day. They usually weigh between 7 to 10 pounds and are roughly square in shape. Start by taking out of the packaging and pat it dry. This will make it easier to handle and work with. One side will have a layer of fat. You will also see the shoulder blade bone peeking out on two sides. Now, there are two reasons why the pork shoulder is ideal for making pulled pork. One, it has a very uniform shape, which will allow it to cook evenly. And two, the meat is very well marbled and has a lot of fat inside, which will make for a juicy and flavorful finished product. Sometimes the pork shoulders will have a very thick fat cap. I like to trim it down to about 1/4 inch thick. Any thicker and the fat will not render down during the cooking process. Next, take your knife and score the fat cap in a checkered pattern. Be careful not to cut too deep into the meat. This will help it open up when it's on the smoker, absorb more seasoning, and more of the delicious smoky flavor. I like to use a mustard binder on my pork shoulders, but don't worry, you won't be able to taste the mustard. It's only there to help the seasoning stick to the meat. And honestly, any liquid here will work. You can use a hot sauce, Worcestershire, it really doesn't matter. I like using mustard because it's cheap and I always have it in my fridge. For a classic pulled pork, use an all-purpose barbecue rub. It will give the perfect balance of sweet, savory, salty. This is a big piece of meat, so don't be shy with the seasoning. Make sure you season all sides, edges, the fat cap, and then pat it in when you're done. After the pork is seasoned, let it hang out at room temperature, and now it's time to fire up the smoker. For this cook, I will be using my Weber Searwood pellet cooker. Be sure your hopper is full of pellets, the grates are clean, and fire up the grill and set it for 250 degrees. By the time the smoker warms up, the pork shoulder will start to sweat from the seasoning, and that's how you know it's ready to hit the grill. Place it directly on the grates, close the lid, and let it smoke.
This will be a long cook, 8+ hours, and for the first 4, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm going inside and I'll let the smoker do its thing.
4 hours later, we can check on our pork. By this time, the bark will start to develop. The fat cap has opened up, and if the outside is starting to look dry, you can spritz it with apple cider vinegar. A gentle misting on all sides is all that you need. Continue smoking the pork and spritzing every hour as needed until it reaches an internal temperature of 170 to 175 degrees. By this point, the pork shoulder has absorbed all the smoke that it needs, the bark is set, and we can move on to the next phase, the wrap. Wrapping it will help get the pork shoulder super tender and shreddable. Plus, we're gonna amp up the flavor with a few other ingredients. I like to do this step in a foil pan. It keeps everything together and collects all those delicious juices. Place the pork shoulder in the pan, add a handful of brown sugar, 1 stick of butter, a drizzle of honey, and some of my sweet barbecue rub. I started with the savory all-purpose rub, and now we're gonna add the sweetness to make that classic pulled pork. Tightly wrap the pan with aluminum foil and place it back on the smoker. Increase the temp to 275 degrees and continue cooking.
At this point, you can bring the foil pan and finish it in the oven, but since I have the smoker going, I'm just gonna leave it outside.
Continue cooking the pork shoulder until it reaches an internal temperature of 200 degrees. At this point, we can start checking for tenderness. Pull back the foil, take your thermometer, and insert it in a few different spots in the meat. It should go in without any resistance, like a hot knife through butter. If it feels firm, cover it back up and check again in 30 minutes. The internal temperature is just a guide, and you want to be sure the pork is tender before removing it from the smoker. The finished internal temperature can be anywhere between 200 and 205 degrees. Once the pork shoulder is tender, remove it from the grill, bring it inside and remove the foil. Let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes to allow all the steam to escape from the pan. Wrap it back up and place it in an insulated cooler or in your oven that's turned off and let it rest for at least an hour, but no longer than 3, as the pork will cool down too much and will be tough to shred. After the pork shoulder has rested, it's now finally time to shred it. I like to shred my shoulders in the foil pan that I cooked them in. Start by removing the shoulder bone from one side. If your pork shoulder is cooked properly and tender, that bone should come out nice and clean without much resistance. To shred the meat, you can use 2 forks or just your hands. Just be sure to wear heat-resistant gloves, as that pork will still be very hot inside. Depending on your personal preference, you can shred it very finely or leave the pieces chunkier to give your pork more texture. Either way, be sure to mix the shredded pork with all those juices in the pan, as that's all that butter, honey, sugar, and the fat that has rendered out of the pork.
Pork is shredded and looking absolutely amazing, so all that's left to do is to give it a try. It's smoky. You get that good pork flavor, a little sweet from that finishing barbecue rub, the honey, the sugar, and that nice savory flavor from that all-purpose rub. I mean, it had this beautiful bark on the outside. You get a lot of this kind of bark mixed in with the pork. It's tender, but it still has a really good bite to it. Nice texture, doesn't just kind of disintegrate, which is exactly what you're going for. Oh yeah. Here. Jax really likes pulled pork, by the way. Pulled pork is a barbecue staple, and I know it can seem a little intimidating because of the long cook and how big that pork shoulder is, but it's honestly really easy to make. Just follow my recipe and you're gonna get perfect pulled pork every single time. Good boy. Ooh, that's pretty good, right? I'll give you one more piece. Yeah, it's really nice. Good boy. Good boy.